Welcome to the Service Guru Job Tracker. This is just a quick tutorial on how to get started using the Job Tracker. Once you've installed the Job Tracker via ServiceMate, you will receive an email to the address that is set as your main email address in the company preferences. That email will contain your master password along with a couple of other instructions, but let's just get started by logging into the Job Tracker as yourself. So you click on the add-ons button up at the top of the page and then Service Guru Job Tracker, where you will be presented with this login screen. And let's just go ahead and log in now. And the Job Tracker will automatically be populated with all the users that you have in ServiceMate. And initially, all of them will be set with the default password, which it was emailed to you. So let's log in. And here we have the basic Service Guru Job Tracker screen. Your first step is going to be going up to the menu at the top and going to the users. Here we can see all the users that are set in the ServiceMate system. We've set everything to owner for the moment and they're not hidden from the tracker. So let's go ahead and change the roles of Jane and John. So we click edit, we click manager or operator. Managers will be able to see everything that owners can, so they'll see all jobs in the system. Operators will only be able to see jobs that have tasks assigned to them. So we'll just select manager for now. And we'll select operator for John. We'll change his color to yellow, to red, and we'll save. You can directly update the passwords for each person, or they can do it themselves when they first log in. That's up to you. We'll just change this first one here. And confirm. And we'll do it for John as well. So that's pretty much the user's setup for now. We can take a quick look at the settings. This will toggle whether you use the job description field in the job card on ServiceMate or the work done field to populate your job details in the job tracker. We'll leave that as is for now. We'll also leave as is to send automatic transactional emails. We'll say no for now. But what this will do is send emails to people when tasks are assigned to them. And this toggle will allow you to add tasks into the ServiceMate app directly onto the job card for working offline. Otherwise, if you don't need the capability to work offline from the field, then you can just leave this as is and see the tasks in the job card in a different way, which I'll show you shortly. We'll save that. Now we can go back to the main page and you'll see there are no jobs currently here. We don't have anything added, but you can see in our dispatch board we've got job number 1 here that we want to track in our job tracker. So we'll go back to the job tracker. We'll click on the blue plus to add a job. The job ID is 1. We'll have it as a medium priority job with a due date of the 9th of July. If you tick this button, it will send an email to the customer notifying them that the job's been created in the system. We won't do that for now, and we'll just click add job. And here we can see the job has been populated with the job number, the company name. It allows you to see how many days it's due in, and it shows you the status, and it will also separate these out by quotes, work orders, completed and unsuccessful. If we click edit job up here, you can see the further details. You can change the job priority and the due date. You can even change the job colour or just remove the job. This is the job details, which gets populated via either the job description or the work done description, depending on what you've selected in the settings. As you can see, we've selected job description here. I can just go ahead and show you that matches up with the job that we've got there. We can add individual tasks from this window as well, or remove them. We can add as many as we like at a time. We can see all the job activity. So this will tell you when the job's been added, whether an email's been sent, it will tell you who's added tasks, it will tell you who's completed tasks, all of that sort of stuff. And job notes will also get populated here. You can add a note in here. Beware of the dog at the property, and you can see that's added the note here, and it will also have added the note here on the job, and it will say that I've added the note. Now if we see, this is where the tasks will be populated. As I said, you can either edit the job and add multiple tasks at a time, or you can add tasks one by one here. Task number 1, we can add the task. We can assign that to myself. Task number 2, and we'll add that, assign that to me as well. Task number 3, and we can assign that one to John Smith. Now we can also create templates for jobs using either the task templates option here, and we can give the template a name and add as many tasks as you want with the priorities, or we can add them directly from the task. So if you've got the first job you have and you want these 3 tasks to become a new template, you can save the checked tasks as a new template. Template number 1. Let's save that. You now see that appears here, where you can go in and edit it, set the priorities, or delete it. We'll set the priorities as medium for these. These tick boxes make the table very versatile. We can assign checked tasks in bulk to a user. As I just demonstrated, we can assign to a template. We can change the status of multiple tasks at a time. We can duplicate tasks, and we can delete tasks. And assigning the tasks will give you an option of who to assign them to. Changing the status will give you the option of the statuses. Deleting and duplicating will just do as it says after you've clicked go. Inside tasks, you can add, the users can add time taken. You can see who the task's assigned to and who did it and when the priority was changed and all of the activities similar to the job. You can also add notes to individual tasks, and files are a status that's coming soon. The notes badge here is just to inform people that there are notes. So if we add one to a task, we can also see that there's a notes badge on the task too. To clear that badge, we have to go to notes and just click mark as read. And that will clear that. And it's the same for jobs. If jobs already have notes, when they're imported, those notes will also be imported into the system. You can hide tasks that are set to done, and you can hide other people's tasks. For example, if you're a manager or an owner but you only want to see your tasks, you just click hide others tasks, and that will only show you the tasks assigned to yourself, and it changes to green when it's turned on. If we mark a task as done, we can see that the percentage progress changes, and if we want to hide done tasks, we can do that and just show tasks that are not set to done. So we're logged in as myself currently as an owner, but let's see what happens when we log in as John Smith, who is set to an operator. Let me just add another job so we can see exactly what's going on. So we'll add job 2, low priority, no due date. And here you can see that because we've now saved a template, we can add tasks as a template directly, so we'll do that. And we'll assign all of these tasks to Jane. So that means we've got 2 jobs in the system, but only one of those jobs has got a task assigned to John. So let's log out and log in as John. And you can see that we don't see job 2 here at all because John has not got any tasks assigned to that. And you can also see that you only see the one task for him. Now, as you can see, we've got 2 tasks assigned to us in job number 1, and one of them is marked as done and the other one has not been worked on yet. So from the app or from the job card itself, a user can see the tasks assigned to them, mark them as started work, and then mark them as completed also. So if we go to the dispatch board, and we open up job number 1 and click on the tasks button, we can see we only see task number 1 because the other task has been marked as done already. So we only see tasks that have already not been completed in this list. So if we click start task, we can now leave that, and that has marked the task in the job tracker as working, in progress, and that's also started a timer which will add details into the time taken once we've clicked stop. So if I now go back to the dispatch board, I can stop the task, and that will stop the timer. It won't mark it as done in the system, it will just leave it as in progress, because at some point I might want to resume task, and resume task will just restart the timer. In this case I want to mark it as done, so I mark it as done and it disappears. And now if we go and have a look in the add-ons, in the job tracker, we can now see that we've marked as done, and the time taken, I didn't leave it long enough, so it's marked it as 0 hours and 0 minutes, but that will be whatever amount of time that was spent on that task. That's the basics of the Service Guru Job Tracker. We hope you find this tool very useful. Actually, let's just show you one more thing. In the dispatch board, if you don't have any tasks assigned to you for a job, for example job 2, we assigned all of those tasks to Jane. If you open the tasks, you'll just see the message that you don't have any tasks assigned to you for this job. That is the basics of the Service Guru Job Tracker. We hope you find this tool useful. Thank you and goodbye.